first president of Ghana, who was born in or about the year 1909. And we are told specifically his birthday, which he says by assumption was 21st September at a small village then in the western part of Ghana called Nkrumah, where he grew up and attended the Roman Catholic school at nearby Hafasini, because Nkrumah was a small village without a school then. And when it comes to his education, from the early education, as I have mentioned, in the Catholic school at Hafasini, there was something fascinating that he himself says in his autobiography. He says one early morning he went to school as a very small boy and then went to pick the school's bell and rang the bell and shouted that holiday, holiday, today, holiday. That's what he said. And nobody came to school that day because all the people who were coming, upon hearing him yelling holiday, holiday with the bell, they thought that indeed it was a holiday. You know, the Catholic Church has got so many holidays for their saints, whatever. So the children believed it and they went home. And the following day, when the teachers came back, in fact that day the teachers came and there was nobody in the school. So the following day, when the teachers came to find out who made them to know there was a holiday, everybody pointed at Kwame Nkrumah, and he said that he was put on the table and given very severe lashes. That was something that Kwame Nkrumah remembers about his own childhood. Apart from that, Nkrumah would say that there was a Catholic teacher and a priest called Fisher, Father Fisher, who had a serious impact upon his life, that as a human being, you must always have feeling for other human beings. And first and foremost, it is a feeling of freedom for the masses. So that is one thing we can say about Nkrumah's early education. And I can also say that his mother, according to his own story, bore him alone. You know, he was the only child of his mother. But the father, Mia Kofi Nkrumah, had several children from other marriages. And Nkrumah himself says that we shouldn't forget Nkrumah had always been African and placed African values beyond all other values, including Christian values. So Nkrumah felt that if there was Jesus Christ, then that Jesus Christ should be an African Jesus Christ. And why do I say that? Nkrumah says that before his mother could have a child, she was moving from one, let's say, pastor to the other, from one herbalist to the other, until they came across a man who was able to perform some rituals by giving the woman a carving, a wooden child, like a doll, to sleep with. And when the woman went through that system, according to the time given to her, she really became pregnant. And then after 9 months, bore Nkrumah. Nkrumah says that sometime later, instead of the woman continuing with what the herbalist had instructed her to do, she rather went to meet the famous Liberian evangelist called William Weddy Harris, who established the 12 Apostles Church and who had preached in the entire Nzema area that anything that did not emanate directly from God and was in the image of idols or anything carved or made by human hands was against God's rule, and anybody who was involved in that would suffer hellfire. And so her mother, Madam Elizabeth Nyaneba, having been converted, had to throw away the doll. She sent the doll to the prayer grounds for it to be destroyed. And when Nkrumah heard that story from his mother, he got very angry. Or I would say he was very upset because he also wanted another sibling, or a sibling to himself, if I should put it that way. So that's the most important thing that you can remember about Nkrumah's childhood. And he also makes a fascinating story about a ship called MV Bacana, which sank in the seas around Hafasini some years before he was born. The ship was from Ghana to Nigeria, and I'm sure it came from the Takoradi port or maybe from the Ivory Coast. And upon reaching Hafasini, according to Nkrumah, Nzema oral tradition had it that the gods of the Nzema land brought the ship down in order that they would use it. And so in the physical sense, we will say the ship sank. And in the spiritual sense, we say that the gods got whatever they wanted. And then the captain of the ship, Captain Williams, committed suicide in the process and was buried in the middle of Hafasini. And to this day, his grave has been preserved. So these are some of the few fascinating things Nkrumah says about himself.